Hello, and welcome to Wyverns Weirdos, Journey Home. I am your Dungeon Master, Davi, and joining me as always are Zoe, playing Sepia, Emily, playing Beatrice, Laura, playing Conrad, Johanna, playing Fall. Let's jump into it. So, where we last left off, the party met up with 𝗖𝗔𝗦𝗧 and 𝗖𝗔𝗦𝗧 to investigate a library in a quarry. They found some stuff along the way, but were interrupted in their searches by the Tortle kraal atop a massive hydra. Serpentine Hydra. So, we rolled for initiative. The battle map is set, and we're bringing in our 100th episode of the Journey Home with a combat.
Let's try not to die.
So, we pre-rolled, and Fall won initiative.
That's right. So Fall kind of like spins around to see this enormous hydra with Kroll atop it. It kind of goes, "Oh, that's big." And one hand on their lyre, they fling another hand forward and cast a spell, and the little pendant, little focus that Sepia gave him, kind of like pulses quite slowly and heavily as Fall tries to cast slow on the Hydra and Kroll.
Okay. So
hopefully that works. So wisdom saving throw.
Our version of Kroll has magic resistance. So he has advantage. What type of save is it?
Wisdom.
So he gets an 18.
That meets it.
That meets it, so it's a success. The Hydra is that is a 9 plus 2, so 11.
Fantastic.
It is going to use a legendary resistance to say.
No. Okay, so there's like slow like waves of energy come from Fall, and they just kind of like dash against these two creatures, like water breaking around them. And Fall's gonna go, oh well, and turn to Conrad and say, all right, leader, you've got this. Let's all do our best. And that's a bardic inspiration to Conrad.
Right. And it is Conrad's turn.
All right. So Conrad has, like, when this happens, he's quite a little bit more startled than he normally would be. But he probably, like, before like the initiative rolling time happens, he like stows the book. Oh, he already stowed the book away, so it's fine. He kind of just like drops the book that he was looking at currently, not the fancy one. And then like sees Fall out. He's like, okay, no time for this now. Then, all right. And he's going to race in. To fight. He's going to bonus action Form of Dread. I'd pre-rolled it, so he gets brain blank. 12 temporary hit points.
Yep.
I just add that to his character sheet. There we go. So can he reach the Hydra?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 without even dipping into dashing. So
awesome.
You still have your action.
Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to attack. So I'm going to roll to hit. I'm attacking the Hydra because it's the easiest to get to. So first to hit is a 19. Not a 19. A 21 to hit.
A 21 will hit.
Awesome. I forgot to pre-roll this one, but I've done my sneak attack. 9 points of damage just normally. Then, sorry, I forgot. Just remembered that I have the fire. 2d10 fire damage. Okay, so I'll just roll a 2d10. Okay. Just a moment. So 9 regular. 5 fire damage and
14.
Oh, I wouldn't get sneak attack, so that's fine.
Not at this point.
And I'm going to hit again.
Yeah, second attack.
Okay, so that is a that's only a 19 to hit.
Okay, that will hit as well.
Okay, cool, awesome. So that is, I don't have the fire damage on the second attack, I believe. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Well, so as a blade deals an extra to any target it hits. So I guess the second one it would have the fire damage again. It's been a little while since I've made Conrad do combat, so apologies. So it's a D8. So cool. So 14 points of damage, and then the fire damage again, I presume, which is a 5 and a 7. So 13 points of fire damage additionally.
So that is a total of how much roll up? Sorry.
So 14 and 13.
27.
27, yes.
All right.
And that's what Conrad does.
Yeah.
And he kind of like just tries to steal himself as he like draws back on that second attack.
Okay. So you make 2 swings with your rapier at the Hydra. For one hit, you see the heads recoil. The second, as you thrust your rapier forward, you sever something in the head and it comes off. So it is down to 5 heads.
What it looks like temporarily, like, huh? Yes, take that. I'd run while you can.
All right, Beatrice, it is your go.
So, Beatrice is going to come forward a little bit. Because where's Conrad?
Right in here. I'll just get up a better angle.
Because Beatrice, she's gonna run up. She won't get too close to the Hydra, but she'll come a little bit to the side, and she wants to be within about 10 feet of Conrad.
Okay.
Because she wants a line of sight to crawl.
Okay, so, you, unfortunately, the size of the Hydra, unless you're back here, the only way to be within 10 feet of the Hydra is to still be also within range of the Hydra. Like, pretty close to the Hydra.
She'll be in range then.
Yep. Alright. So, about there. So, I take it that 10 feet is so that he has the benefits of your aura?
If it comes to that, yes.
Yes.
So, first things first, bonus action Slayer's Prey, and then she's gonna shoot 2 arrows at Kroll. Slayer's Prey on Kroll.
Alright, roll to hit.
Got you still at Ranger. So, that was cocked. Yeah. Roll.
And you notice this close up that Kroll is wearing a mask of glossy ebony that looks that resembles the head of a black dragon.
That's 18 to hit.
18 to hit. That hits.
Awesome. So he takes 15 points of piercing damage.
15 points.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right.
she's gonna shoot him again.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 suddenly hits.
And that's 11 points of piercing damage.
11 points. Okay.
He's like, I remember you.
Die, you.
Flips him off.
All right. It's now Beau's go. Beau is going to what is her she has a speed of 50. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So she basically wedges herself, well, not wedges because there's enough space, but she gets between the two of you, Beatrice and Conrad, and she's going to start with a pair of attacks with her Belabor staff on the Hydra.
A pop, if you will.
Yeah, pop. First one is a 28. The second is a 21. So both of those hit for 1d8 plus 7 each. So 10. That's 19 points of damage. And you know what? She's also gonna try to. She's gonna. Actually, second one, she's gonna try to get it to stunning strike it. It fails. It's gonna burn another legendary resistance. Then she's gonna burn another key point to flurry of blows it, or flurry of bows it. Those aren't as great, but they are an 18 and a 14. So one hits, one misses. So that is 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And you know what? She's gonna go for a stunning. She's gonna burn a third key point. Fourth all up today. No, fifth all up. No, they come back on a short rest. So third all up this combat, and Hydra fails again. It's gonna burn its last legendary resistance, and that is Beau's turn. Then it is Caleb's turn. Caleb is going to use his 7th to get here. He wants to keep 8. Yeah, he's going to use his free polymorph for the day. And you, Sevia and Fall in particular, you two are kind of close enough to notice, to spot this properly. You see Caleb run 10 feet out towards the door and hold a cocoon in his hand, and holds it up before turning into a giant ape. Then he is is going to head towards, with the rest of his speed, slowly head towards the Hydra, but doesn't quite get there. Next is Kroll. Kroll is going to Kroll is going to... Who does he find annoying? Kroll is going to try to banish going to try to banish someone, and I will roll a d6 to determine who, based on initiative. That is number 4, so he banishes Ball. Not Fall, Bow. I saw Monk and... yeah. So, oh, I need to roll the save for Bow. That might help. He might not go. She doesn't have great charisma, but I believe she's at the point where she's proficient in all saves. She's a high enough level monk for that. And it's a natural 20. So, yeah, that spell fails. She's like, nice try. Well, shit.
Bastard!
Then it's the Hydra's go. The Hydra is going to get to make 4 bite attacks. So it is going to bite at everyone within 5 feet. Actually, what's the range on the bite? 15 feet? So Caleb's just out of its range. So there's going to be 2 bites on... Let's roll for it again. 2 bites on Beatrice. So, against Bow, that is a miss. Against Conrad, that's a natural 18 plus 13, so
It hits.
32.
Yeah. That really hits.
Yep. And then Beatrice, the lower of the 2 was a 26. So
They both hit them.
yeah. So Conrad, you take 16 points of piercing damage.
He tries to sort of like twist out of the way as it like rears down and just probably just gets like bitten. Yeah. Where do you reckon it would bite him the most easily? Would it go for like the arm or like the head or like the
probably going
middle?
for the sword arm.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
So he like tries to maneuver, but it gets completely bitten. And yeah, just tries to like wrench his arm out. Staggers back a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Then 2 on Beatrice. The first one is 17. The second one is 21 for a total of 38 points of piercing damage. And oh, I completely forgot about this. It will come into play next round. Something that should have happened on your turn, Conrad. But on its turn, as its turn comes to an end, you see the stump of where the head that you cut off once was, where it is 2 heads grow from that one position.
So kind of like this, just reeling back. It's like, I was like, what? That's not fair. Darby has added a head onto the mini.
Yes.
2 heads.
This is an amazing mini that actually has detachable heads. Swappable heads. That is the Hydra's go. Sevia, it is your go.
Me, for audience reference, while everyone else in the party rolled an 18, I got a 4, because wizard. So Sevia turned when this creature entered and was freaked out by the magnitude of it. And she would have, as quickly as possible, tried to stow the spellbook somewhere, but would probably just end up having to put it back on the shelf and hope it's still there when we're done. And she turns around, and because she's within 120 feet, she's going to go, "Oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is another one of those fairy tale creatures, I think. It's very bad." And she's, throughout all that, doing her arcane hands and gestures with a wand now, because she has one of those. It still looks a little clunky in her hands, and she shoots the wand forward, and this green, sickly light emanates from it and shoots towards the Hydra. And I need it and Kroll to make a Constitution saving throw as she casts Sickening Radiance, trying to get both it and Kroll within that 30-foot sphere.
The Hydra rolls. It's Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dirty 20.
It succeeds.
Kroll only rolls an 11.
Fails.
All right.
Okay, so I believe because this spell hates me, the Hydra doesn't take any damage on a save. And now that it has saved, it's fine. It doesn't have to make the save again. Okay. Kroll, however, is going to take 23 points of radiant damage. He is going to suffer a level of exhaustion. And he is also going to emit a dim green light in a 5-foot radius that makes it impossible for him to benefit from being invisible.
Okay. Nice.
Yes, and I believe if they are still in that spot at the start of their next turn, they take all that damage again.
Okay.
Harold, for his turn, is going to get up on Sevia's shoulder and wait for a command.
Okay. To represent that, I will take the mini off the board.
You just sit him on top of Sevia's hair.
At the end of your turn, Hydra is going to use a legendary action to do its trampling charge. And it's going to charge towards you, Sevia. And as it does so, I'm going to need... will be both Conrad and Bo need to roll me... what is it? Best time each? Okay, no. No rolls from you. I need to make stomp attacks against you.
Yippee!
So, but because it's moving out of your, this doesn't actually avoid an attack of opportunity. So all three of you, so Beatrice, Conrad, and Bo, can all make attacks of opportunity.
Excellent.
Conrad, yeah, that's certainly going to hit. It's a
My AC is 19. Yeah.
And Bo's hits as well. So So you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage?
But he doesn't. Beatrice takes those 14 points.
Oh.
Because she is within 10 feet of Conrad.
So how did she do that?
It's part of her reaction. It's
So she just kind of like
Aura of the Guardian.
So if you're doing that, you don't get to make an attack of opportunity.
I realise that.
Yes.
She's going to take the 14 points of damage.
Okay.
But how do you do it?
What does it look like?
So she looks like she goes to sort of draw an arrow, but as she sees the Hydra trample over Conrad, she sort of sticks her hand out and a sort of wave of just slight like glowing white sort of travels over her and then travels over Conrad. And then she sort of staggers a little bit after it fades.
Jeez, yeah, and kind of like feels like this thing pass over him, but he doesn't feel it. For some reason, he doesn't feel that damage. Kind of rolls over and tries to attack. Okay, rolls a natural 1, which is still a 13, but I don't think that will hit the Hydra.
No.
Oh, actually. I'm gonna double check something.
Bow is a...
Sorry, yeah, he's completely skittled off anyway.
Yeah. Bow, I believe, does hit with her staff with a 19. Yep. So that is only 1 on the dice, so 8 points of damage. All right.
Oh,
all right.
sorry. Darby, I think I have like the Gathered Whispers curse. I think that does something if I roll a nat 1 on something. I don't know if it's a skill check or like an attack roll though. I just have it written down. It's like nat 1, but I don't know what context.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was called Gathered Whispers or something like that.
Yes.
That's all I have written down. I'm gonna Google it.
Gifts 22. Gathered Whispers. All right. So,
okay, yeah.
immediately after you make an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, and roll a 1, the haunting voices grow too loud to ignore. Roll on the voices from beyond table to determine the effect of these voices. So roll me a d4.
Cool, fun times. So he probably like is just like momentarily startled by what happens, and then I don't know, his patrons just start talking his brain, I guess. Okay. So that's a 2.
Read. And they really do start talking as you are deafened by the sound of all these voices in your ear.
Okay.
For the next minute.
Holy moly, okay. So yeah, Beatrice does that cool thing. This creature passes over him and skittles everyone else, presumably. I don't know. And then like Cara just like looks in shock for a moment that he hasn't been hurt, goes to try and swing at it, and then just like there's like the voices of like his patients just like overwhelm his brain. He just kind of just ends up with his hands over his head. He's still holding the sword. Just curls in for a moment as this like creature hurtles over him.
Yeah.
Okay, fun times.
All right.
Cool.
So that's its legendary action done. And Fall, it is your go.
Cool. I don't love the Hydra being here. Fall is going to kind of just like no, back off, and start to attack it. Just kind of like grab his quarterstaff and just do some great big swipes at it. So,
all right. So you approach it properly so that you're within melee.
Yeah, that's right. So we're just going to do 2 attacks. So that is a 30 to hit and a 22 to hit.
Yeah, both hit.
Excellent. So just to so that's 14 damage.
Yep.
And 10 damage, and I'm going to expend a charge as well for another D6 force damage.
Yep.
So that's 4 extra force damage.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, he's going to do another melee hit with it, but he's going to kind of just like bare his teeth at this thing, and some kind of like strange, like, kind of like magic, kind of like energy comes out of him. And I would like them to roll a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Wisdom save. That is a 7.
They fail. So I'm going to take 1d6 psychic damage, and they are frightened of me.
All right.
And for the next minute.
Yeah.
And they can roll wisdom saves, but yes, they are frightened.
It does have advantage on that save then.
Oh no. Okay.
Because it has advantage on certain saving throws while it has more than one hit. Still not enough though.
Excellent. So it takes a grand total of 1 psychic damage, but it is also frightened of me.
Well, it's very scary. That's fair.
Yeah, and I'll just saddle up next to Sevia in a defensive stance.
Has multiple heads to C4 with too.
Yeah.
All right. Right, next is Conrad's go.
So deafen is basically just I just can't hear anything.
Yeah, except for like the voices.
I'm just like I
everything
literally cannot hear anything else other than them.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I guess like because I guess I said like he kind of like dropped to the ground. I will take that as he will have to use half his movement to get up. I guess because that just fits thematically. But yeah, he just kind of like has his like hands to his head and just kind of like just tries to like re-grasp onto his rapier and just like sort of tries to like just pull himself back up. But he's just like bonus action form of dread. So like he just like flips his eyes open like the amber, like his eyes go amber, like the shindig we all know. Just looks a lot more like real and a lot more intense at this current moment because I guess again he's just being overwhelmed by his actual patron. And he just kind of like claws himself back up to standing, like just a bit bruisey, like a bit off kilter again, with his rapier, and then just tries to shake his head, but then like opens his eyes, sees the Hydra, and then just like vaults towards it. Can I reach it in that time or just move towards?
It's
not that far. Cool.
Yeah, not that far away.
And I'm a roll to hit.
Yep. How many hit points did you get? From
Sorry. I forgot to pre-roll that one. I've been pre-rolling because Conrad has a bajillion things to add onto it. Oh, cool. 8 temporary hit points this time.
Nothing to sniff at.
That's all right. Everything helps. Yeah. Cool. And roll to hit. What's that? 12. So 24 to hit.
24 certainly hits.
Cool. So I pre-rolled my damage. Do I need to separate any of them? It's the Hydra again.
No, not with what you do.
So all up, I presume. Do I get sneak attack for that one as well?
You do because
there's people there.
Caleb and
that's right. Yeah.
Range.
Fun times. So that's 30 altogether then for that first hit.
Nice. As your sword slashes into the Hydra, some of its blood sprays out at you, and all those around the Hydra as well, for that matter. Max damage there. So I need Sevia, Paul, Conrad, and Caleb to all take 18 points of acid damage.
Man, and Conrad shrinks back, just yelps a bit, but kind of just like shakes his head, and as again his eyes clear again, like that energy just sloughs off him, and he just kind of like just shakes off and then just like tries to attack again.
All right, what's a hit?
That is a 23 to hit.
23 suddenly hits.
Cool. And so I pre-rolled this one. So I've just basically pre-rolled a bunch to see if they'll hit. So this is including the base damage. Oh, not sneak attack though, so I'll remove that. Hang on. So cool. All right. So 15 points of damage on that second attack.
All right. And as that second attack makes purchase, you again.
The same problem happens again.
You cut one of the heads and it just sprays out acidic blood from the neck. Again, same for
Sorry,
characters.
y'all.
Taking this time only 7 points of acid damage.
Okay. Fun times. Cool. Excellent. And yeah, I guess it's kind of so singularly focused, he doesn't notice that's hitting on everyone else's. That's sizzling on everyone else too, because he can't hear. Yeah, he can't hear, and he's very focused. So yeah. And he's again just looks completely out of it because he just cannot focus.
Yeah. Next is Beatrice.
So Beatrice pulls out the sun sword and flies like a streak of lightning to Kroll because she's gonna she wants to try and knock him off the back of the Hydra. She is tackling him sword first, essentially.
Okay. So is that more what you're focused on with this first attack than actually doing damage? So you're more so doing a shove?
More aiming to knock him off than anything else.
All right. In that case, this is going to be an opposed check. I'm going to need an athletics check from you. He gets his choice of athletics or acrobatics.
It's athletics, isn't it?
Yes.
18.
He was an 18 plus 5 for 23. So you slam into him and he is holding on tight to that Hydra.
Hello, slash.
All right, roll to hit.
Oh, that's right. 27 to hit.
27. Okay. I just realized Kroll should technically be taking this acid damage.
Acid damage too.
27 definitely hits.
So that's 13 points of damage.
13. All right.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
And that is the end of Beatrice's turn.
All right. Okay. Next is Bo, who yeah, she's gonna whack the Hydra with her staff. Yeah, that's certainly gonna hit. For 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And she's gonna put a key point in to try to get it to be stunned. It rolls a natural 20 to save, unfortunately.
W quickly, while it's frightened of me, it gets disadvantage.
On
ability
save.
checks and attack rolls.
Saves aren't ability checks, unfortunately.
My bad. I jumped in there, but there's a thing to remember, I guess.
Yeah. So Bo's going to do another belabor. That's going to miss. Then that's one hit with the... Oh, she actually needs to approach it first. That would help. So that one is... That's going to hit. 5. So that's 10 more damage. She won't worry about the flurry, but she will do a key point to try to stun it again. But it saves. Yeah. Alright. Next is Caleb in big giant ape form. He's gonna turn around and is just gonna punch at the Hydra with his big ape fists. What's the lower of those? The lower is a 17, which just hits. The higher was a natural 20. So let's start with the lower. So each of these are 3d10 plus 6. So that's 11, 21 plus 6, so 27 points on the first attack. And then for the crit, that's 36 plus the dice roll. 36, 46, 52, 57 points of damage. So he just rips into this Hydra and just rips off one of the heads. All right. Then it is Krull's go. So Krull is... Is that No, that's not quite time for that. Krull is going to make you roll a Constitution saving throw, please, Beatrice. Because he casts Blight.
$23.
23, so you do save, but in the process, you take 18 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh. I'm glad I saved.
Of note, the Hydra is shaky.
Hey.
But it is its go. And it is going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. Who are they going to be against? Let's go those who have attacked it more directly. So Fall, Caleb, Bo, and Conrad are each gonna...
It does have disadvantage with this.
Ah, yes.
Also, I'll mention that it has to take an action if it wants to make a wisdom save to stop being afraid of me.
Okay. Noted. So let's start with Fall, the attack against you. You're lucky because one of those was a nat 20. The other is only an 18. Does that hit?
That meets, yeah.
That meets, okay. So you take 19 points of piercing damage. Okay. Next attack is going to be Conrad. That is a 16, which I believe misses you.
It does miss, yeah. Probably not even by focus. Conrad just kind of just like has to again kind of like stop for a moment. Just like he's trying to shake it, he cannot. Manages to duck it anyway. Yay!
Yeah. Caleb's attack. That's gonna hit because it's an 18 and a 17 on the dice. He's gonna take 22 points of damage. All right, and the attack on Bo is going to miss. That's a 2, was the lower dice number. And at the end of its turn, it grows back 4 heads. And Sevia, it is your turn.
Oh, goodness. So I'm going to assume, because the Hydra sort of skittled all my friends, that it is no longer within the sphere of sickening radiance.
It is not.
Okay, then the nat 20 con save I made to keep it up was hasted, but that's fine. I'm going to drop that because it is now right up in my face.
Yes.
So I will instead look up at it, covered in acidic blood, and I'm going to go, oh, you are gross, actually. And then I would like to, with my little wand, shoot my hand up, and I imagine that little Harold sitting upon my neck has just placed a little paw upon my cheek to give me the extra blessing of Arcani as I use a 5th level guiding bolt.
All right. Roll to hit.
Yes. Plus 9. Max. 25.
25. Okay. That certainly hits.
Fantastic. So I pre-rolled my damage. So the Hydra is going to take 36 points of radiant damage.
36 points. Okay.
Yes.
Of note, it was no longer shaky when it once it regained its head.
Okay.
And it's still kind of stable.
Okay. Well, yes, so she just hit it with the good old 4 of a guiding bolt, which means the next attack made against it is with advantage.
Yes.
And it also is now glittering a little bit with a mystical light. So the Hydra is now glittery, everyone.
Hydra makeover.
Yes, this was its magical girl transformation, except instead of becoming Sailor Moon, it became a little more bloody.
Magical girl transformation, you just end up dead and you're just lying dead on the ground.
Yeah. Sevia, there's no real way to do this because it's a Hydra, but she is going to try and get to a point without leaving its melee to be able to not be seen by the heads. But I doubt that is possible.
Not really.
Okay, well, she's still going to scrabble around a little bit. She is also trying to stick me that book, so she's kind of shooting herself in the foot on that one. But it's fine. Harold's turn is that he continues to be moral support. Thank you. That is our go.
All right. At the end of your turn, the Hydra is at disadvantage going to use a legendary action to tail swipe you. You're lucky that was at disadvantage because one of those was a natural 20. The other was a dirty 21.
Well, it's still going to hit me, isn't it?
And very poor damage too. Only 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So she probably gets hit by this tail and smacked into the bookshelf.
Yeah, into
And
a book.
probably because I specified it, she hits her head on that gilded spell book and just makes her own head ring for a second.
All right. Ball, it's your go.
Oh, internet. Full is going to do a flurry of blows.
All right.
So they're going to try to keep the Hydra in their eye line and look deep, glare into its eyes, and then swing at it several times with the staff.
All right.
Rolling a 19.
That hits.
Ooh, a 17.
That just hits.
Does the 17 hit?
Yes. Just.
Ooh,
So
excellent.
17 meets.
Nice. So that's 15 damage, and then
Which
an extra
misses.
10 damage with the second blow to the...
Those were damage. So
neck.
25 damage from the 2 staff attacks. And then the melee attacks from the flurry of blows.
Okay, so and then Full goes out with 2 just fist strikes. One of them, I assume, just gets blocked immediately because that was an 11.
Yeah.
But the second one is a 23, so it is a solid hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
And he rolls 8 damage for that one.
All right.
Excellent.
Nice.
And he's currently within 5 feet of Sevia, I think, and Bo possibly.
You could maneuver yourself so that you're within 5 feet of Sevia or Bo, but not both.
He'll just duck closer to Sevia then in that case, and that's the rest of the go.
All right. Okay. Next is Conrad's go.
Okay. Conrad is again just a bit off kilter as he just kind of just presses one palm with his head, like, not yet, I'm working on it. To someone in particular. And then tries to just shake his head again, but he just can't quite do it. And then he just sort of tries to again with that hand just slough some of the acid that's all over everywhere. And then he's going to dive in again to try and attack the Hydra.
Roll to hit.
As he just says under his breath, don't think, act. Okay, what is that? A 4. Okay, so it's an 18 to hit.
Still hits.
No, yeah. Oh, sorry, no, a 16. My apologies.
16
So,
just misses, unfortunately.
yeah, cool.
But you do get a second attack.
Second attack. That's better. Yeah, it's a 29 to hit. So yeah, that hits.
Yeah, that handily
Cool.
hits.
So I total that. Do I still get the sneak attack on that
Yeah.
one? Cool.
Yeah,
Because I didn't hit the first time.
there's no
Yeah.
disadvantage for being deafened.
Awesome. So all up, that's 39 points of damage.
39. Okay.
I pre-rolled it.
You hit into this Hydra, and it takes some damage. No new heads taken off.
Yeah.
But the acidic blood splashes out, and everyone now is within 5 feet of it. Takes
Sorry.
11 points of acid damage.
Ah. Excellent. Yeah, it just recoils a bit shut up.
Good. Go for that.
I'm trying, there's a lot of them. Conrad says, a purpose of nothing.
Next is Beatrice's go.
Beatrice, and I have pre-rolled for this. Beatrice is going to try and knock Kroll off the Hydra. Once again, It was a nat 20.
All right.
Which means it's a 22 for athletics.
All right.
Unless you want to make it something else, but...
No, that's what it is. So
Shoulder barge.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I rolled an 18 plus 5 again for 23.
That's just very rude.
Beatrice doesn't knock him off because she rolled that 20. Crowler's like in love with her now.
Yeah.
It's like, damn. I mean, you suck. Yes, I will kill you.
Gonna hit him with a sword.
Yeah. Hit him with a sword. Okay.
22 to hit.
22 certainly hits. Doesn't knock him off, but it certainly hits.
13 points of damage.
All right.
Radiant damage.
Yeah. All right. Next is Bo's turn. And she is going to, she's going to keep to a similar strategy. So, Belabor. That is going to hit with a 30. That is 5 plus 7, so 12 points of damage. She's going to put a stunning strike. That's cocked. That is a 5. It is stunned. All right. So stunned. So.
Just quickly, I know it was lost in the technical difficulties. One of Fall's hits should have been at advantage because of Guiding Bolt.
I think that one hit anyway, so just roll
Yeah.
it. Roll it just in case it was a crit.
Roll. No, I got a 15.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
Just,
Yeah, so stunned, incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only falteringly, automatically fails strength and dex saves, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Because it is incapacitated, can't take actions or reactions. Yes. Incapacitated. Yeah. Yeah, specifically unconscious is the auto crit thing. Alright. So attacks all have advantage on the Hydra. At the moment. Actually, which I think should they not anyway with the frightened condition, or frightened creature has disadvantage on ability check.
So.
No, just the disadvantage that it has. Alright. So, second attack with Belabor is a 30 again. That's so that's 9 for a total of 21 so far, and 2 50 cups with a flurry of bows. So that is certainly going to hit. The last one is certainly going to hit. So 4, that gets up to 25, 35. So a lot of damage, but also under the threshold for removing a head, which is always good when facing a Hydra. Then it is Caleb's turn, who is going to multi-attack as a gorilla, or as a giant ape against the Hydra. The first is a 28 to hit. I should probably, I'm gonna roll my damage. 10. So 16 with the first attack. And then second attack, that's gonna hit. 13, 19, 27. 27, 33, so 43 damage all up for that turn. So it rips off another head And it is Kroll's go. Kroll, noting that the noting that it is incapacitated. He is going to... Can he do anything? I don't think he actually can. No. So instead, he's going to pop up a puff of smoke as a 20-foot radius sphere of poisonous yellow-green fog.
Counterspell.
At
Beatrice
what level?
is on top of him. Let me just double check what level I got it at.
Do you have... I don't think you have spell slots above third, do you?
No. So it's a third level.
So it'll be third level, so you're going to need to roll.
What do I roll again?
It is a charisma check.
Cool. Oops. Just got out of it. Okay.
I believe for you is a +5.
It's a 15.
15. That is just enough. And the smoke dissipates as soon as it appears.
So Beatrice, who has like one hand like fisted on like in his armor, sees him sort of start to do something. She's like, and just sort of like shakes him, and it dispels.
Now, so Hydra's go cannot do anything. So I'm just checking when Stunning Strike ends. Stunning Strike, end of Bow's next turn. Okay. However, the Hydra can still regain heads even while stunned, because it has nothing to do with it being incapacitated. It's just a bodily function, so it regains 2 heads. And with that, the associated hit points. But it's still looking quite shaky.
How many heads does it currently have?
It currently has 2, 4,
Out of curiosity?
6, 8, 9 heads.
Okay.
Sevia, it is your turn.
So, just double checking something you said about Stunning Strike. They automatically fail dexterity saving throws?
Yes.
Beautiful.
So he grins very widely.
So Sevia, shakes off the, it's not the same as Conrad, because hers is just because she fucking twanged herself against a metal book, but, she just shakes the kind of fuzzy feeling from her brain, and she looks up at this massive creature. She gets sprayed with more of this acidic blood, and it burns, and she looks at it, and there's this moment where, for the first time in a very long time, she thinks we could die. And then she thinks, deep from within her, she thinks, no, we won't. And she aims for the heart of this creature. And she shoots her wand forward, and a green beam of light shoots out of it and does 70 points of damage as she casts Disintegrate.
All right. Yeah, Cannot say. So 70 points?
Yeah.
All right. So this does a shit ton of damage to it. It's still standing. It does
Cool.
not disintegrate into dust.
But I assume it fucks it up an awful lot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, one of its heads does disintegrate into dust. Because you did do more than 40 damage.
Yeah, I would like to assume, and you can feel free to tell me no, but I will argue with you, that because of the way she's done it, that disintegrating head, it started at the base of the neck. So there is potentially not going to be a head that grows back from it.
I mean, that's up for debate, but sure, it disintegrates the neck as well.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so she casts Disintegrate on it.
Mm.
And then yeah, that's really it. She casts Disintegrate on this massive creature and watches one of the heads explode into dust and just lets it rain down.
All right.
And then immediately is like, oh shit, I thought that was going to kill it. Oh no!
Okay, next is Fall's go.
Okay, so Fall's gonna like see this really effective, really cool spell and just kind of immediately leap in to take this opportunity and do a flurry of blows at basically the area that had disintegrated away.
All right, roll to hit.
So his first strike is a 28 to hit.
Yep. Don't forget, all of these are advantage because it's stunned.
Good point. Okay, any nat 20s? No. So that was a 31 to hit instead.
Okay.
And I think that was like a 22 to hit. Okay.
Yep.
So he takes 12 damage and then another 11 damage from these first two strikes.
All right. What was the first one?
12 damage.
All right. That first hit.
And then 11 damage.
That first hit whacked
23.
into
Ooh.
it. And it just collapses onto the ground. Kroll, I'm going to make Kroll roll a dexterity saving throw.
Nice. So I guess it probably gets like a really bad wound though. Like the disintegrate had like gotten in deep and the fall just kind of...
Whatever happens to Kroll, Beatrice is not letting go of him. So if he falls off, Beatrice falls off.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to need to roll me a dexterity saving throw as well as... and actually, both of you are doing it at disadvantage because of you holding on to Kroll. Kroll still succeeds though.
Dexterity save.
Yep.
Sorry, I just got out of the thing and it's loading again. 15.
15. Okay. So it as the two of you struggle, Kroll manages to maneuver the two of you to a point where you get hit with the weight of the Hydra as it comes crashing down, and you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. But otherwise, you are still holding on to him.
Okay. Can I continue my move, like jumping over the Hydra and go to wail on Kroll?
Yeah.
Awesome. So he takes a leap over, and then that was the 22 to hit. Does that hit Kroll?
Yep.
Sweet. So that's 11 points of damage.
All right.
And then he's just going to kind of like curb stomp him. So it's a 27 unarmed strike.
27 certainly hits.
And then another 27. So he just kicks him twice. And for 11 damage and 10 damage, so 21 damage from these kicks.
So he's pretty shaky at this point. Does he have anything he can use here? No. the mask doesn't really give him anything exciting offensive-wise. Though I did just realize I don't think it affects anything. But he should be getting his charisma modifier to his AC, but that's only a 1. So it doesn't really affect anything. Okay. So I believe that's your go then.
Yeah, Full just gets feet back on the ground. It's like, all right, Conrad, take him out.
And yeah, Krull is shaky at this point. And it is Conrad's go.
All right.
Conrad, you did not hear what Fulge said.
No, he doesn't.
Though you do still have the bardic inspiration from earlier, I believe.
Yes, yeah. I got the bardic inspiration, but yeah. So Conrad's like very jumpy, like when this the Hydra falls, because he can't hear any of this going on. He can see this stuff happening. This is all in 6 seconds, all simultaneously, so it's a lot to just deal with. He kind of just like wheels around a bit for a moment. Can he get around the Hydra? Do you want me to roll something to be like, this? Oh yeah, there's Krull. I should go attack him.
You could climb over it. It's like, I would count it as difficult terrain. But you could climb over it because it's only 10 feet between you and Krull if you climb over it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a bit hard because you got to either go around Caleb in his big giant ape form, or you got to go the real long way around. In which case you're still also dealing with the difficult terrain of the Hydra.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I guess I could try and climb over the Hydra. I'll try and vault over it. Do I need to roll something to do that?
No, because it's just there. It's difficult terrain. It's not as lumpy as it looks on the battlefield. So
he's just like scrabbling over that. Again, just like very off his footing.
So it just takes twice the movement it usually would, being difficult terrain. But again, you have more than enough movement.
Okay, cool. And again, he's just like clutching to the side of his head, like, shut up. And
do you say that out loud?
Yes.
So everyone hears that.
Yeah, he's been saying all this aloud. Yeah. And he probably manages to like stagger. You can see like Beach just like has him pinned, and he just kind of like still clutching with his hands, points the rapier at Krull. He's like, "Where's your master? Speak."
Never betray Lord Archon.
Beatrice hears that. Unfortunately, Conrad's just like kind of like he's still holding his sword. He's just like, stop. That's all he does on his turn.
All right. Beatrice, your go.
So Beatrice, hearing that, raises up the sun sword, which suddenly starts like sparking with energy. As a bonus action, Thunderous Smite, as she plunges the sword towards him.
Okay. Grappled. Condition ends at the grapple losing capacity. Condition. Yeah, okay. So what's the to hit?
Oh god. It's a 15, which
15.
is shit.
That misses, unfortunately.
She's gonna swing again.
Yeah.
Is that the exact same?
What the fuck? That's happened to me like 3 times tonight.
First dice, time to buy new ones.
That one's gone.
15 again?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you miss. But fortunately, while you continue concentrating, you do still have Thunderous Smite
Yes.
available. All right. Next is Bo, who is gonna belabor. That's 24, that's gonna hit. For 9 points of damage. And she's gonna force a con save from Krull with a stunning strike. He fails, but he is going to use his legendary resistance that he gets one of because of the mask to save instead. Bo is going to attack again with Belabor. That's going to hit. That's again 9. And you know what? She's going to belabor the point and do another stunning strike. And that fails, so he is stunned. So she's gonna pop. Flurry of blows. That is dirty 20 for the first attack, and then 19 for the second. So both hit. That's 10 and 9, so an additional 19 points of bludgeoning damage. All right, next is Caleb, who's going to do what he's been doing all fight and double monkey man it. Picks up where Bo is. First one is double 16s, plus whatever his ape thing is, 9 plus 9, so 25. Second one is that's cocked. Second one is a 17, which misses. But he still gets to do 9, 11, 12, 18, 20, 23 points of bludgeoning damage to Krull. Alright. Krull's turn. He's stunned. Sevia, is your turn.
Me!
Krull is looking really shaky there.
Okay, he is, but so are most of us. So, my apologies to the wonderful characters of Critical Role, but I'm mostly gonna pick between you three, for who I'm about to give some healing to. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna get to do the thing that I made Harold for. So, Harold, from where he has been like a cat, avoiding everything, either on Sevia's shoulders or up on the bookshelves, Sevia is going to command him mentally to, because she's also heard Conrad, like, out loud telling something to shut up, that he doesn't know what they want, that like he's just yelling at the sky and he's grabbing his head. So she's like, okay, let's see what I can do about that. And she just kind of slumps against the bookcase and she goes, Harold, go make a friend. And she's going to send Harold to go kitty cat gallivanting up to Conrad and then reach out his little paw and do a little bap on, which is going to freak Conrad out.
What is the movement speed of a cat?
That's so cute.
40 feet.
40 feet, which, even with the difficult terrain, that is possible.
Yep, so he's going to go up. He's probably going to freak Conrad out because even at the best of times, you can't hear when a cat is coming for you. And he doesn't wear a little bell. But just do a little bap on Conrad's leg, and through him, Sevia is going to cast a 4th level Cure Wounds, which is going to heal Conrad for 21 points of damage, 21 healing.
Thank you. Very nice.
And then,
he is startled.
Poor boy. And then, much like a little cat, he's just gonna he's going to bap Conrad, and then he's going to look at Krull, and he's going to do that little death stare cats do. Harold, I don't believe he can make an intimidation roll, but he's trying to. He's
All right.
helping.
I believe that makes that your turn, casting a spell through your familiar.
Yes.
Paul, is your go.
I guess for see what's happening with Conrad. Conrad, are you okay? What's happening? Should we question
not
this
hear
man?
you.
He doesn't even he has no kind of recognition of that you're saying anything at all.
Oh,
Doesn't
dear.
turn, doesn't make any kind of movement.
Yeah, like if you knew that Paul was talking, like you're on opposite ends of Kroll, if you knew that he was talking, you could kind of angle your head in a position where you could see him.
Yeah. There'd be some indication,
yeah.
but yeah.
Because you can't can't hear anything to know to look. Yeah, you just there's just big Tortle in the way.
I guess can I roll I'll go up to Conrad. I think I'm already pretty close to him. And cast a medicine check to try to figure out what's going on. Cast a
Yeah,
medicine check.
you can use your
Do one.
action. You can use your action on a medicine check if you would like.
Sure. That's an 18.
18. So the DC is harder than it usually would be because it's in the heat of battle. You're not sure. There are many things it could be. It could be some sort of arcane deafness. It could be some sort of insanity that's been brought upon. It could be, it could be hearing voices from another plane. It could be anything. He just is telling someone to shut up, and there's no indication of what the cause is. Do you have anything you can do with your bonus action that isn't dependent on already having attacked?
In that case, I will. In that case, I'll turn to Severa and say, something's going on, but you've got this, Severa. Let's do this. And so that's bardic inspiration.
All right.
Bless.
Conrad, it's your go.
Now just stand above Kroll.
Excellent. Yes, so
You
again
have a
he
fall
kind of
and a cat by you for some reason.
he just looks at both of them like what? Then again points his sword to Kroll, is like, speak, give up, where is your master?
You will never know.
But again he doesn't hear that.
Yep.
It just like for a moment just like oh okay, yeah, he's just that frustrated. He just kind of looks at like Fall, who probably looks a bit like what on earth is going on. The cat that's there. Beatrice clearly has Kroll under control, even if she's failing to stab him. And then just like, because I guess some like Fall and stuff like that are staring at him, he just like flusters, and then just like turns around and like just drops his rapier, I guess, and just like holds both of his hands on his head for a moment. Like,
Okay.
that's all. His back turned to them now.
Yep. All right, Beatrice, your go. See if you can use that smite.
So I pre-rolled just now.
Did you not get the smite? Did you not hit?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, aren't they at advantage because he's stunned?
Yeah, that's with advantage.
Okay.
That's only one. So it's a 25 to hit.
Certainly hits.
So just before she hits him, she says, well, maybe we need to give Arkin a message. And hits him with the sword, with Thunderous Smite. And she's also still got Slayer's Prey.
Yep.
So, that's... That's 23 points of, 23 points of damage, part of which is thunder damage.
Yeah.
So just this huge, just clap of thunder rings out as she hits him. He also technically has to make a strength saving throw.
Which he fails automatically.
So he is thrown 10 feet away and knocked prone.
All right, so direction from you. He does unfortunately get thrown into Bo. Who I'm going to give her a dex save for that. She rolls in that one. So she gets thrown into the wall because of the positioning. And I'm going to have her take. So Krell's going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And Bo's going to take that as piercing damage. Okay, so Krell is really shaky.
And Beatrice is going to walk towards him and hit him once more with her sword. Just times an 18.
18 total?
To hit. 18 to hit.
That is his AC exactly. Can you roll less than 9 damage?
Potentially,
but I just...
Can you expend you can always expend a smite if you need to cross over the line.
That is also true.
Let's see, for resources' sake. Because who knows what else might be in here.
Exactly. 10.
10, yeah. So, as you blast him back with the thunderous smite, you walk towards the stiffened, collapsed body of Krull as he is stunned on the ground, and take your coup de grace right in through the shell.
Just as she does it, she says, "It's okay. I'll make sure I can follow."
And he falls limp. And that's where we're going to leave it for this week. Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you for joining us
Nice.
for episode 100, folks.
Yes, thank you for sticking with us. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next week for 101.
See you next time.
Bye.
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 Bye.